welcome back. I'm Emma. Welcome to Just Unique Pilates, the channel that provides you with short and effective Pilates workouts twice a week, every Tuesday and Thursday. So make sure you click the subscribe button and the bell button down below so that you don't miss out on any future videos. So today we have got a full body Pilates workout which focuses on pulses. So really challenging the body. Do remember that pulses are very different to bouncing, so do make sure it's much more controlled than just bouncing in and out of the movement. And if you have any injuries, I do suggest doing one of my other videos instead of this one because it may be more suited to you. If you haven't done a warm-up, I'm going to leave one up here above my head so you can quickly go and do that. But other than that, when you are ready, come and join me on the mat and let's get moving. Okay, so bring yourself down onto your sit bones, cross-legged, legs in front, out to the side, whatever feels best for you, just as long as you can sit nice and tall. And if you feel like you've got tight hips or tight lower back, you may find sitting on a cushion or a block a little bit easier, so you can if you want. I'm freezing, by the way, so you've probably seen my goosebumps, but anyway, let's get moving, let's get warm. So lifting up nice and tall on your sit bones. And we're going to start with some pulses through the arms. So we're just going to start to bring the arms up into a lovely T shape, shoulder height. Your palms are going to be facing down towards the mat. Now make sure you're breathing in through the nose, out through your mouth. Your core is nice and switched on, pelvic floor lifted. And when you're ready, we're going to start pulsing down. So the palms are just pulsing down towards the mat. Breathing nice and regularly. Let's go. And pulsing down. Remember, again, it's not a bounce. Okay? It's tiny little controlled pulses. And again, just breathing in and out. Good. So really great to get into the arms, the shoulders. Good. Last couple of times. And this time, arms facing or palms facing up, we're going to be pulsing up to the ceiling. Good, little pulses. Just sitting a little bit taller each time as well, so it's really easy to sink. I want you to lift nice and tall as you keep those arms working again. Breathing in and breathing out. Good, breathing in. It's like 5 little pulses to breathe in, 5 little pulses to breathe out. Palms facing down. Let's go again. We're pulsing down. Sit taller each time. You should be starting to feel those arms working. You may even want to do this with weights. So if you feel like this is not enough for you, do it with weights. I want you to try and keep the rest of the body nice and steady as you're doing these pulses through the arms. And palms up and going up. Good, really feeling that core sit around your waist, pulling in. Good, stretching those arms a little longer if you can. Last time, palms down and pulse. And breathe. You should start to feel maybe your heart rate even coming up a little bit here as well. Good, just keep breathing. And palms up and up. Pulses up. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out. Good. Good. Sitting taller. Shoulders down your back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And relax. Good. Shaking it out. Lovely. When you're ready, swivel round so that you're right at the front of your mat. You've got plenty of room to roll back. You're going to have your knees bent, your feet flat, and I want you to sit nice and tall on those sit bones. And you can hold behind the legs to start. Deep breath in, exhale. We're going to start to scoot down into a lovely C curve. So you're really pulling in through the stomach, belly button towards the spine. Slightly straighten the arms and feel the ribs coming in towards the hip bones and come back up. So we're just starting with small movement to start. Good, keeping those knees in line, nice and parallel. They're not knocking in, they're not opening out. Come back up and then scoop again. This time see if you can reach your arms a little longer or out in front. If you need to hold on, that's fine. Any back pain, I wouldn't advise doing this. Again, you can go to other workouts or you can do this without the pulse. Reach the arms in front, scoop a little bit lower, and we're going to see if we can pulse here. Good, so we're just almost reaching the fingertips like we're trying to reach them past the knees, and then we're pulsing back down. Again, it's like 5 little pulses to breathe in, 5 little pulses to breathe out. Keep your feet grounded on the mat. Really tucking in, shoulders dropping down. Keeping that core working, your abs should be really kicking in. And let's go last 10 and 9. So it's like 2 pulses for every count. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, slowly bring yourself all the way down to the mat. Hands behind the head, elbows nice and wide. Your feet are flat on the mat, knees bent in line with the hips. Making sure your core is engaged and you have a lovely neutral spine. Deep breath in. Exhale, we're crunching up. So like I said, the hands are behind the head. Slow to lower back down. We go again. Exhale, crunching up. And lower down. See if you can do this with the arms above the head this time as we crunch up. We reach the arms towards the legs. As we crunch back down, the arms go up and over the head. Don't let the rib cage open. We come up, tuck the chin to the chest, we reach. Getting ready for our pulses. On the next one, we're going to see if we can hold it. We're going to come up. You're going to reach your arms towards your legs. You can have your palms facing in towards the legs, and we're pulsing. Good. Again, core really working. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower back down, arms go above the head, and then back by your side. Take a deep breath in, arms by your side now, nice neutral spine. Lift one leg up to tabletop, hold, lower back down. Just a little prep building up to the 100. Lift the other leg. It's like your leg is in a cast, remember? So as you lift, you're not changing the shape of that right angle. So as we lift, knee goes on top of the hips, shin parallel to the ceiling, and we lower back down with control. So staying with this option if you need to. Otherwise, in a minute, we're going to be lifting one leg up at a time, getting ready for the 100. So we come up one leg, really engage your core, belly button towards your spine, lift the second leg. Stay in here, crunching up, reaching nice and long, and lower back down. Good, so you can continue with that, otherwise crunch up. Reaching your arms nice and long, just above the mat, and we're gonna start pumping through the arms, pulsing those arms down. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathe out. Now remember, as you pulse through those arms, nothing else should be moving. So the aim is to keep your core strong enough, nothing else moves. Now if it's not challenging enough, you can straighten the legs and drop them lower and lower until it is challenging enough. Or you may find actually this is too much, you need to have your legs down, even rest your head halfway through, but keep going with those arms. Let's go, we should be about halfway. Hips nice and steady, nice and strong with those arms. Remember, you should have about the size of your fist fitting underneath your chin to your chest, so you're not crunching all the way in. Let's go, last 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. Last time, and in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower the head down, keep the legs lifted. Just take your arms out to the side into a T or a V shape if it's more comfortable. Otherwise, you can keep them by your side. Nice neutral spine. We're going to keep the feet together. We're going to open through the knees. It will pulse, pulse. squeeze back in. Go again, we're gonna open, pulse, pulse. Squeeze back in. Good, go again, pulse, pulse. So what we're doing, we're keeping the legs in tabletop, keeping the feet together and just pulsing out through the knees. If you need to do this with the feet down, then you can, and you can just open the knees out with the feet staying on the mat. Let's go. Squeeze, really squeeze back together, and I'm gonna add a little bit more. So we're gonna pulse the knees out, 2, bring them back together, straighten the legs, pulse up, 1, 2, lower back down to tabletop, lower the head. So we open the knees, pulse for 2. As they draw back, we straighten the legs, we crunch up, reach the hands towards the legs, pulse up for 2. Lower the head and the legs back to tabletop. Pulse, pulse. Legs come back together, pulse, pulse. Pulse, pulse. Straighten up, pulse, pulse. Pulse, pulse. Pulse, pulse. Last 2 times. Last one, open, straighten, pulse, pulse. Now keep the legs straight, lower the upper body down, take the arms out to the side. We're gonna point through the feet, we're gonna open the legs out to the side, pulse, pulse, squeeze them back together. And pulse, pulse, squeeze the legs back together. And again, pulse, pulse. So all we're doing is opening the legs out to the side, little pulse, squeeze the legs back together, and squeeze. Good, core engaged. Good, last couple of times, squeeze back together, and open again. Squeezing back together, last time. Squeeze, keep the legs straight, and hugging in. Good, full body stretch. Reach the arms, reach the legs nice and long, feel that through the entire body. And then arms by your side, bend your knees in, feet flat, heels are a little bit closer towards you, so the heels are underneath your knees, arms are by your side. Good, so we're gonna come into some hip lifts. So sometimes I do pelvic curl, which is amazing, but we're gonna be doing hip lifts, so we're coming straight up. So taking a deep breath in, exhale, we're lifting the hips straight up, really squeezing into those core muscles, your glutes, your legs, tucking the tailbone under, dropping down just before you get to the mat, squeeze back up, dropping down, squeeze back up, and again drop, squeeze back up, and again drop, squeeze, and drop. Last 2 of these, squeeze. Last time, squeeze up, hold, little pulses up, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and again, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rolling back down. Good, hug the knees into the chest. And have a little rock from side to side. Good, let's get some side work done. So rolling over onto your side, you're gonna lower down towards the mat and you're gonna rest your head down into your hands, wherever it's comfortable, into the underneath arm. Now your underneath leg can be bent for this, but you wanna make sure your waist stays lifted. No relaxing, it's very easy to relax while we're on our side. And make sure your hips are not rolling forwards, they're not tilting back. You have nice neutral hips, both hips facing forwards, stacked on top of each other. Okay, so your top leg reaching nice and long towards the other end of the rim. And your top arm, which is free, can just rest in front of you just for a little bit of support. We're gonna start to lift our leg up to about hip level and we're gonna do little pulses up to the ceiling. We're gonna flex our foot and let's go pulse, 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 good. Getting into the glutes, getting into the legs. Also, really working through that waist as well. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go again. 10, 9, nearly there. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Swing the leg in front, flexing through the foot. We're going to pulse up here. Let's go, pulse, pulse. So now the leg is just in front of the midline of the body towards the front of the mat, and we're just pulsing up. 4, 3, 2, 1. 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Swing the leg back behind you. This time we're going to point through the foot. Make sure your hips don't roll back with you. And let's do little pulses. So the leg is just behind the body this time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And hugging in. Have a little breather. And then when you're ready, come up, switch to the other side. So rolling over. And let's repeat on the other side. So lower down to where you're comfortable. Really lifting up through the waist. Bend the underneath leg for a little support if you prefer. Gosh, my hands are freezing. You can place your hand underneath your waist. Check that it's nice and pulled in. Hips nice and stacked. Let's reach our top leg nice and long. Flex the foot. Lift the leg to about hip level or just above. And let's start pulsing that leg up. So remember, the pulse is a small movement, nice and controlled. Nice contraction there. Good. And you're really trying to keep the rest of the body nice and steady as you do this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the leg slightly in front of midline of the body, making sure it's just in front of the mat. Flex your foot, pulsing up. And again, just breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the leg back behind you. This time, point through the foot and pulsing up. So really trying to keep your balance here. Really nice small movement. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Going again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And hugging in. Good. Rolling onto your front. So we're just going to lower down into the mat, and it's like you're just balancing on your nose, making sure your core is nice and zipped in so you haven't relaxed down into the mat. Very important that your core is pulling in to protect your back. So it's like you're balancing on your nose. Your arms are going to be by your side, palms facing in towards your legs, and we're making sure our shoulders aren't rolling forwards. We want to really make sure they're going down your back. Good. Legs reaching nice and long. Taking a deep breath in, exhale. We're going to see if we can lift up. Moving from the upper back, not the lower back. And lower back down. And go again. Lifting up and lower. This time we're going to see if we can hold. If this feels too much, you may just want to do the arms on their own, and that's fine. Otherwise, we're going to lift up. We're going to reach the arms a little higher. Imagine you've got a ball. So I feel like I'm wonky on my mat. Nothing new. Imagine you've got a ball behind you and you're just squeezing into it. So palms facing in, pulsing in. You're just squeezing into this ball. Going for another 10, 9, 2 pulses for every second. Count. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lower down. This time palms facing up. We're going to see if we can lift and lengthen up again. Palms facing up to the ceiling. We're pulsing up. Really getting into the back of the arms here as well. Good. 2 pulses for every count. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and lower down, good. Take the hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, coming up into a box position, and let's round through the spine, arching up all the way to the ceiling, tucking the head underneath to look between the legs, and then melting down the opposite way. And find somewhere in the middle. So if you can't be in this position, you can go down onto your forearms. But we just got the hands underneath the shoulders, shoulder width apart, knees underneath the hips, hip distance apart, and we're making sure that we've got a lovely neutral spine. Again, like I said, if this feels too much, you can go down onto your forearms. I'll keep switching in between. And I just want you to imagine you've got paint on the bottom of your foot, whichever foot. And that is going to be the leg we're lifting up to the ceiling. So we're going to keep the right angle we've got in the foot or the leg already. Taking a deep breath in, stay steady. We're going to imagine putting paint on the ceiling. Lower that leg down, lift it up, lower. So you're trying to keep your hips nice and steady. Lifting the leg up. This time we're going to go into little pulses. So we're just pulsing that leg up. Again, you may be up here, making sure you're not sinking into the lower back. Let's go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drawing in. Switch to the other leg. So again, we're just starting with lifting the leg up. Bring it back down. Again, you may be on your forearms. Lifting up. Lower. Try not to swivel through the hips. Try not to sink through the shoulders. Try not to lower through the back. Keep it up. We're going to go for pulses. So really squeeze into those glutes. You're trying to put paint up to the ceiling. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drawing in. Coming back up into that 4-point kneeling. Now, if you're not able to be up here, you can skip this one if you want to, or you can do it flat down on the mat. But we're going to try to stay nice and steady, keep a neutral spine. Take one arm back behind us, palm facing up, and we're going to do little pulses up to the ceiling. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower that hand down. Switch to the other side. Reach the arm nice and long. Stay steady with the rest of the body. Pushing that palm up to the ceiling. Good. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Another 10. 2 pulses for every count. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw that hand in. Sit back onto your heels. Reach your arms nice and long. Drop your head down to the mat. Just take a little breather. Let your heart rate come back down. One more time. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale. Starting to walk the hands in, sit nice and tall, and that's your main exercise done. If you want to do any stretches, I am going to leave a stretch video up here. I do have a couple. I'll leave my 10-minute one up here, and I'll leave another one on screen, which is like a half an hour stretch and relax. But I hope you can feel your entire body has worked and you feel like you've got a good workout in there. But yes, if you haven't already, do make sure you click the subscribe button. I'm going to leave it on screen now, and enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care, everyone. Bye.